Few parents in world football have experienced a more colorful life than Claire Rowlands, the supportive mother of 5 who made everything possible for one of the Premier League's best talents, Manchester City star Phil Foden. From having rows with neighbors over her Disneyland-style fireworks display in the garden of her £3.5 million Cheshire mansion, to getting kicked out of a Welsh nightclub and put in handcuffs, she has regularly found herself in the public eye. In 2022, she appeared to get punched after she and her son were verbally abused in a corridor at Manchester's AO Arena at a boxing event headlined by Amir Khan and Kell Brook. But within her family, she is the nurturing pillar of strength for football star Foden and his 4 siblings Callum, Kenzie, Lois, and Avea, who were raised together on a Greater Manchester council estate. Nicknamed the Stockport Iniesta, Phil Foden's the young football genius with the world at his feet, and behind him, as ever, is his mother Claire and his childhood sweetheart Rebecca Cook. The couple have 3 children. Claire Rowlands, 44, disgracefully became the subject of vile chants from Manchester United fans during Sunday's limp 0-0 stalemate at Old Trafford, as Foden was targeted by sections of the home support, who abhorrently labelled her a S***G before his substitution in the 58th minute. Manchester City manager Pep Guardiola urged after the match that Red Devils fans should be ashamed of themselves for showing a lack of class, acknowledging the crucial role Rowlands has played in raising and nurturing one of England's best players. Foden, meanwhile, simply posted a 3-word response to social media in the aftermath of the derby, which read on Instagram, "We keep going." He did, however, dismiss the group of supporters who were chanting shamefully during match with a series of sarcastic gestures. First, an ironic round of applause, before giving them a thumbs up, clearly disgusted by the taunts from the stands. While it is true Foden has struggled to replicate the sensational form he showed over the last few seasons at the Etihad, having won PFA Players Player of the Year last campaign en route to Manchester City's 4th successive Premier League title, few stars are better on their day. Towards the end, 2017, just a year after Foden had broken onto the scene as a teenager at City, the young midfielder thanked his mother Claire and Manchester United supporting father Phil Foden SR for the support they gave him during his journey into football. Family, the touching message on Instagram read, "Thank you to my mum and dad who have made all this possible. Separating the intensity of football with quiet family time is of great importance to Foden, who likes to unwind with unusual hobbies such as fishing and sticker collecting." From her interview with The Telegraph 4 years ago, it is clear Rowlands understands her son's desire to get away from it all, which only makes Sunday's chants at Old Trafford all the more difficult to stomach. "I think it's great for a footballer to unwind from all the stresses," Rowlands said. "I don't really get fishing myself, but Phil and his dad love it. Once he gets his rod out, there's no going back. Me and his dad FaceTimed him when he was away with England last month, and he sat there in his room doing his sticker books," she added. "I think he's got about 4 on the go. Panini, match attacks. It's hysterical. It's a good thing, don't get me wrong, but that's how obsessed he is about football." Now a parent himself to 3 children, including social media star Ronnie and daughter True, whom he shares with long-term girlfriend Rebecca Cook, family man Foden has opened up on what it's like being a father. "I love being a parent," he told GQ last month. "When things are not going well, if you've not won, you don't think you've played well. It helps to go home to your kids, just to see them smiling and joking definitely helps me. It makes you feel like there's more to life than football." But the route to glory and acclaim hasn't always been an easy one for the £200,000 a week midfielder, who was raised on a Stockport council estate. After making his senior international debut against Iceland in Reykjavik in September 2020, Foden and teammate Mason Greenwood invited a beauty queen and her cousin back to their hotel in breach of strict COVID quarantine rules. Both were fined £1,400 by local police and kicked out of Gareth Southgate's squad, with Foden issuing a groveling apology. The following year, he and Jack Grealish were dropped to the bench by City manager Pep Guardiola as a warning over their off-pitch behavior following a midweek night out. But after being hailed as the best player in the world by his Manchester City manager, Foden has successfully maintained a career that once threatened to go off the rails thanks to the support and guidance of Rebecca and his close relationship with his parents. His father Phil SNR, who ironically is a Manchester United fan, manages his son's career, while his mother Claire, also 43, is credited with keeping the young superstar's feet on the ground. A source close to the star told Mail Online, "Phil is very close to his family, particularly his parents. They, along with Rebecca, have been a constant source of support for Ronnie when he has felt the pressure and when things have got tough." In January 2024, footage was released of Rowlands being put in handcuffs and thrown out of a Welsh nightclub after knocking a hat from a fellow partygoer's head. The incident, which occurred at a Bentley's nightclub in Tywyn, Wales, took place on September 9, 2023, just hours after Foden came off the bench to play for England in a Euro 2024 qualifier. The 52-second clip, shown in court, showed Rowlands aggressively confronting police officers who were called to the scene. Challenging the officers, she said, "Go on then, what have I done? Don't come into my face unless you've got evidence." Rowlands was cleared of assault but fined for her behavior after she admitted to police. "I do not drink often, but when I do, I make up for time. I am like an animal." The footballer's mum had been enjoying a night out with friends and ended up downing shots of vodka and tequila before showing off her party trick of flicking a man's hat off, Llandudno Magistrates Court was told. The night started when she had been invited to a caravan with two of her friends as respite from caring for her youngest son, who is disabled and requires 24-hour care. She told the court, "The plan was just to go out, have a laugh, let our hair down and enjoy ourselves. We went to the caravan, had a few cans, washed our hair and got all dressed up. The group went to a bar on the caravan site and had some fun, doing some karaoke and getting all the old people dancing to Motown. The group later went to Sonny's in town, followed by neighboring nightclub Bentley's, where Rowlands said she drank shots of tequila and vodka before. She was asked to leave by bouncers who accused her of assaulting someone. Magistrates were shown CCTV footage from the club which showed Rowlands knocking a baseball cap off Paul Shortman's head and then trying to put it back on him. Rowlands told the court she was just having a bit of fun and did not intend to hurt the man when she tried to put his cap back on. She said, "I was drunk. It was just a bit of fun, a bit of banter. I just could not believe it, that I could get into trouble for knocking someone's cap off. It's my party trick, knocking someone's cap off and putting it back on. I did not mean him any harm or to hurt him, and you can see that on the video. It was just a bit of banter which has been taken the wrong way." 2 years prior, Rowlands was attacked at a boxing match between Kell Brook and Amir Khan in an incident described as shocking and appalling by Manchester City. Social media footage showed an assailant punching Foden's mother backstage after the City star had been harassed and verbally abused in a corridor at Manchester's AO Arena. Foden was subjected to a string of obscenities, including a homophobic slur, and was led back to the family's private lounge. The incident escalated, leading to Rowlands being shockingly hit in the face. Another member of Foden's group later picked up a fire extinguisher as they attempted to defend the player. In November last year, as exclusively revealed by Mail Sport, Rowlands upset neighbors with a deafening 2-hour fireworks party in the back garden of her house in leafy Cheshire. Residents in the Upmarket Lane in Prestbury had to calm terrified pets and infants when the display standard. Pyrotechnics began and claimed they were given no warning by of the event, which lasted from 6 p.m. until 8:30 p.m. on the night. One of the neighbors, who lives close by, said, "It must have cost thousands.